Alright, I'm back. Oh, I've been feeling extra emotional today. That's interesting. That comes with exhaustion? Like it's been a long week for me, right? I'm assuming that feeling that extra emotional comes from that tiredness, which is interesting because I've been trying to be more embracive. Is that an adjective? More embracive of my being emotional, or what's that other word for it? Fuck, it's one of the big five. Neurotic. There we go. Emotional, neurotic. Like embracing that and just accepting the emotions. That's, I don't know. It's like found it to be an interesting observation. Well, that was pretty great. Come by again. Couple days. We shall hunt the stars. Yeah, we will hunt the stars, but I don't like this dude. I do not like this dude. Colgate Tab says, I've seen both die and dice singulars used. Lately more dice. Yeah, dice, it feels like you're rolling dice, even though it's only one die. Actually, I've like singular die. It's mostly what I hear. I don't hear people say die. I hear people say, like, I've been watching Critical Role. I don't know if you know what that is. It's Dungeons and Dragons Online, and they say, when they say singular, they say D20 or D12 or D4, right? That's the singular of die. You put the number of sides into the singular name for identification rather than say roll the die. Are you an astrologer or something? Wait, astronomer, but no. We listened to this yesterday before leaving. Yeah, I don't like this guy. Just look at his face. He thinks he's so superior. Like here we have a 20-year-old that is, well, she's behaving a lot like a teenager, so she is vulnerable to suggestion, right? We have to say that May is that. And he is making political suggestions and manipulating her into agreeing with his politics through some ugly-ass rhetorics. I don't like him. I don't like him. Taking advantage of a kid like this? Yeah, don't like him. Colgate Tab links something. What's this? Terra Kavanaugh? Dicey Dungeons? Die versus Dice. On GitHub? What's this? Script in the extension Dark Reader is causing Firefox to slow down. Please don't. Please don't break. Please work. It's still black? Oh man, I wonder what that was. That sounds scary. I don't like it. I've noticed that on Steam, on Dicey Dungeons. Alright. Oh, this is a game. I've noticed on Steam that the description says if you weren't a walking dice, and one of the images say you're a giant dice. Also, there are many cards saying freeze slash burn slash etc. with one dice. Is the word dice singular in this game by intention? Hey, yes, it's a deliberate choice I made in early development. In modern usage, using die as a singular is considered a bit archaic. Alright. So, some dude, Terry Kavanagh, that made a game, says that it's archaic, so therefore, it's archaic. I'm actually happy with this. I mean, sure? Sure. So, I'm gonna make sure to use die then. No, probably I'll still continue saying D12, D20 and stuff like that. D6. But I mean, I do like archaic language. Also, you can pun with this. It's easy punning. Although it is obviously still widely used thanks to things like the D&D manuals. Alright. So if it's used in D&D manuals, is it really archaic then? I don't know. If people feel strongly about this, I don't. It is possible to mod the game to change the text however you like. Oh man, however, I'm not interested in making this change myself. Yeah, right. I just personally find sentences like, you receive an extra die, return the die, a little awkward looking. Yeah, it's fun, right? It's fun. I think that's fun, but that's personal preference. It's all personal preference, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind his explanation. No problem. Colgitinotab says, it is in internet. Must be true, yeah. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I'm also a random guy on the internet. Me too, me too. I say either works. Alright, so either works. I can be a random guy and I can say it's not archaic. So there. You can go either way now. You can consider it archaic or not archaic or both. You can do whatever you want to now. You've heard people on the internet tell you all the things. Nice. Nice indeed. Not talking to her, eh? Alright, we're going this way, I think. Any news here? Nobody cares about this, it's the same. I don't know what date it is. Yeah, it's all the same still. Oh, fuck, I missed a lot of things yesterday. Now that I think about it, we went and hung out with Greg rather than explore. I kind of feel like exploring is worth it in this game. Exploring everything before we hang out with someone. I'll try to remember that. Exploring, hanging out. I hope May is not gonna be mean to Bruce. I like Bruce. Colgitinotab says archaic doesn't mean wrong, right? Nope. Just means old, and it's used in special cases. As far as I'm aware, I read it on the internet. I mean, you can make a personal value judgment, like some people would probably argue that archaic language hinders communication. And I can see that being the case, right? I would argue like specifying specific words for specific situations, like semantics. I would argue if you have a specific word for a specific situation, that increases communication. If the person you're speaking with don't have an understanding or has not heard it in that context, you can do some semantic discussion and agree that, oh, this is the context where this is used. And that would make communication... Yeah, it would help communication I would probably argue. But yeah, no wrong or right. It's just archaic. I like saying it, archaic. Oh, another one talking about the fire. Seen a fire through the trees last night. Past these woods here. Weird noises. I just kept to myself. And they went away. That sounds spooky. Or where? Where? Right over there. Past the water tower. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a place where teens hang out. Let's hope that's all it was. In my experience, strange fire and strange voices ain't never been good. I wonder if they'll be back. I hope not. Yeah. Alright, so we've got a chopped up arm, we got a mystery fire, and strange voices. Colgate InnoTap says, is there an archaic word for archaic? Probably. Oh man. Is the word archaic archaic? I mean, you could just say old. That's an old word. So archaic is more specialized. And it's an older word, right? Oh man. Oh man. The word archaic being archaic. That's amazing. That's amazing. Talk to the pastor. Oh. Oh, not again. All these fuckers again. Oh man, just let it go. He's very nice. Yeah, and it can be like the first. A trial run. Oh wait. Maybe it was just my prejudice. Maybe they are being nice. Colgate InnoTap says, is old contemporary word for archaic? No, I mean, archaic is a part of like an aged language with a specific use. That was the definition of archaic. So we can say that, well, someone used a word like take off thy pants, then thy, well, is that used in a specific sense? I don't know. But thy is an old word, right? It's just using an old word instead of your. Your is the new word of it, right? So they're not synonymous, right? An archaic word doesn't have to be synonymous with something else. It's old and specific. So no, old is not a contemporary word for archaic. I wouldn't say. Banana Waffle Monkey says, it's old because thee, thy, and thine are all inflected. Man, what does that mean? And English is almost entirely void from inflection now. Oh. Relative to, say, a Romance language. Alright, what are inflections? Inflections. No? Oh. Inflected. What about that? Here we go. Wait. Inflected. To alter the voice. No, that's not grammar. To alter a word by inflection. Inflection. Grammatical inflection. Sometimes known as accidents or flexion. Right. An alteration in pitch. No. Wait. Here we go. Sometimes known as an in more traditional grammars is the way in which a word is changed or altered in form in order to achieve a new specific meaning. Verbs are the most commonly inflected words, changing form to reflect grammar tense, as well as mood, voice, aspect, person, and speech, collectively known as conjugation. Oh, wait. So now we only say yours, rather than thee, thy, thine. So that's the trend in English then, removing inflections. But it is old, and it's used archaically to do dramatic things, right? So those words are archaic as well, right? Thee, thy, thine. They are used in specific instances when one tries to, sound dramatic or British. Dramatic British. Shakespearean, if that makes sense. A trial run. Where would you put him? Oh, in the basement. Or in the old library? With all the books? He's not going to eat them. Interesting proposal, Kate. Yes, thank you for bringing this to us. Look forward to us moving forward together on this. Wait, who are these people, and why is she asking for their approval? Why won't she just do it? It will be brought up at a town council meeting. Oh, not enough separation of church and state yet? You gotta separate your church and your state, dudes. You gotta separate it. It will be brought up at a town council meeting. Oh, that's wonderful. Alright, troops, move out. Yeah, they are. I don't like those people. How's things? Okay, weird dreams. Want to talk about it? Not really. I dreamed I was trapped in a wall. Jeez. No, it was fine. I knew the rescue crew was coming in a few hours, and it was cozy, so I could take a nap, guilt-free. Wait. Did you have a dream where you were stuck in a wall? You're so tired that you had a dream about having a nap and not feeling guilty about having a nap? You feel guilty about naps? Wish I didn't. That sounds like someone who is moving straight towards that wall, head first, running into it. Banana Wolf Monkey says relatable. Oh man, Banana Wolf Monkey, you need to take care of yourself and your mental health. If you feel guilty about that, that sounds like you're super stressed about stuff in general. Like, feeling guilty about sleeping? Getting enough sleep? That's... Banana Wolf Monkey says, we're coming on finals week. Oh. And so it's not a general thing, you just feel very stressed right now. You do know that a little bit of stress is fine, but if you get too stressed, right, not having proper naps and proper rest will end up worsening your results, right? Being too stressed. Taking deep breaths. Taking deep breaths are good. Do that on the finals from time to time. I'm guessing you have a clock somewhere. Every time you watch the clock, also take a deep breath. Yeah. And then get back to it. I think that's a good idea. I have no studies claiming that would work. That's just me right now having a guess that is probably helpful. Probably helpful, I think. I like that. I never had that in my studies, right? It got split up so much, so we had tests all over the semester rather than having a lot of tests in one specific. Also, right, most of the tests that I've ever done has been, well, they send it home to you, right? And you have like a couple of days to finish it. So you have plenty of time, like way more time than you need to finish it. Sometimes we do them in-house or whatever. Colgate Genotype says, why would you guess wrong? That doesn't make any sense. Of course you are correct. Yeah, I'm some dude on the internet. Like, I think that's a fair... That's so fun. I've made an assumption about Occam's razor. But my assumption is this, like, if you put all the assumptions that humanity has done, put them all, like just all of the assumptions, all the guesses, and make a statistical analysis and say, oh, well, these turned out to be correct and these turned out to be false. I'm fairly certain that a big fucking majority of the guesses and assumptions would be in the incorrect pile. I'm pretty sure. Colgate Genotype says, have you not mastered the art of trying to guess wrong and missing yet? No, I have not. I would say it's not that art, is to not guess. Since statistically, probably, I'm guessing that most guesses are incorrect. So the best way to not make incorrect guesses is not to guess at all. Or try not to, at least. Banana Waffle Monkey says, is that like Douglas Adams' methods of flying by falling to the ground and missing? That's exactly what it is. We had a talking about levitating and flying that other day, and I said it's easy. It's just a knack. It's a trick. You have to. So I just did the Douglas Adams thing. Now it's become a little bit of a meme, I suppose. Just miss. How's that whole thing with Bruce going? I'm hopeful and positive. That sounds like what someone says when they're not. It's fine, May. It's going fine. That's what someone says when it's not going fine. Yeah, I am a big Douglas Adams fanboy. I am indeed. I have tattoos on my feet that on my left foot it says don't, and on my right foot it says P. It was gonna say panic, but I don't know if you've tried tattooing yourself with a nail and some ink. And it's annoying. And I gave up. It's like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. It takes so long time. And also, now it says don't pee on my feet, which is kind of fun, right? Please don't pee on my feet. So I left it as is. Oh, hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Can't talk today. Lots to do. Really? What could possibly be going on? Well, sweetie, we have the town council here today, and after that, a 12-step program meeting in the basement. Oh, wow. And I'm doing both church budget and our budget at the same time. I'll leave you alone then. Thanks, hon. Oh man, let's not leave her alone. Honey, I really do need to concentrate. Alright. Alright, we're done with the church thingy. Oh, no dropping down. That's interesting. Alright, let's go this path. Oh. Wife, long gone. Kids don't care. Tunnelfish are always there. Yeah, man. Oh god, please don't listen. It's the second time. What's this? Can't believe they've kept this open. Historical note, I guess. I think it's just because the old people like the pierogi stand. Never underestimate the ability of old people to get state funding. I bet some rat babies would love a delicious pretzel. Ah, here is the food. Finally. Okay, mate. You're only gonna get this one shot at this. Just gotta freeze when he looks over. Even if you're holding a pretzel. No movement. It is simple psychology. You've done this before. You still got it. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, go. Don't you have any money? Does he really not care? I am the bandit queen. Alright. Good thing. Oh, hello. Hey, it's May. I remember. Old clock upstairs ain't stopped yet. What did you want to tell me about Granddad? Nice. Banana Waffle Monkey says, definitely an adult acting like a teenager thing to do, lol. Yeah, right? Super regressive. It has, like, something traumatic must have happened. And she's not talking to anyone about it. Well, I'll only say if you really want to know. Yes, I do want to know. Is it scandalous? Yes, I do want to know. You got a history of troublemakers in your family. Oh. On your daddy's side in particular. Oh? Go back far enough, you got folks that were around for the real hard times. When the workers went up against armies. Oh yeah, I kinda remember something about that. Great-grandpa or whatever. Might have gotten the number of greats wrong there. Me too. Your grandfather and I weren't around for a lot of the violence. That was before even our time. Nah, we were around to watch the tide roll out. And we'll need to talk again another time. I get tired. Oh, okay. Can I get you anything? I don't have any money. Nah, I'm just fine, May. We'll talk another time. Okay, see ya. Really tired now. Wait, was there something? Amazing to think these things used to run. Kind of amazing they're still down here too. No way to get them out of here, I guess. This place sure was something a long time ago. Holy shit. The dudes. Someone hacked up the dudes. Who did this? Why did they do it? Teenagers, of course. Nuke Possum Springs? Yeah. kids who has been hanging out here. Who else? Oh, hello, dude. Hey, CJ? Yeah? You were like in high school when I was in middle school. Oh, huh. Did I know you? You used to play nerd games with Tom Bramwell, across the street from my house. Nerd games. That's quite a memory you got there. Do you live here anymore? Nah, just back visiting. Or nerd games? They were like pen and paper role-playing stuff. Cool. But no, I'm just visiting family. Husband's driving down tomorrow. What do you do now? Lawyer? Oh wow. Can I ask you some law stuff? Well, I'm not acting in a professional capacity, but yeah, sure. What's the best way to rob a bank? Or what's the best way to get out of jail? I think this is probably a good question to ask for May. Well, the cop is her aunt, right? So leaning on that is probably the way to get out of jail, but yeah. Well, it depends on the situation. You see, like, would you dig through the wall or like attack a guard and take their pants and identity? Or like, I don't know, just cause a riot or something? Huh. What's the best prison gang? Like if you had to pick. You know, we don't really learn this kind of stuff in law school. What's the point of like going to college if you don't learn useful shit? Wait, hasn't she been to college for like 2 years? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Laws are pretty useful. Useful my ass, CJ. Yeah, acting like a teenager. Sorry. Welcome back. Have a nice visit. Bye. See ya. Oh, May. May. Hello, Angus. Hey, May. Hey, Angus. How's Videoland? Good. Start of the Halloween rush. Got a pretty good horror selection. Nice. You got a favorite? What? Horror movie? Yeah. Scythe Sabbath or Black Oaks. Scythe, not Scythe. Scythe Sabbath. There we go. Ooh, Italian. Yeah, they don't mess around. Pretty colors. Pretty everything. Well, see ya later. Bye. Bye. There we go. Man, I wonder how many months this cough lets up. Oh. No, I think... Wait. Did I miss something this way? I probably did. Yep. Probably. Old pickaxe? Oh, that's... Bay, right? Yeah. We're gonna hang out with her today, probably. Hey, dude. Hello? How's working in here going? I don't know. It pays. I like refuse to unload all that rock salt by myself. It's not even Halloween yet. Hey, May. How's the pickaxe? Trying to kill me. Unsuccessfully. Thus far, at least. What's so stressful? Well, on top of everything else, we're hosting that stupid Harfest play tomorrow. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I'm never offering to do this again. What are you up to tonight? Nothing? I'm like super tired, because everything about my life is exhausting. And I'm doing the work of like 3 employees, plus a store owner. Even though I'm one employee and I do not own this store. Oh, weird. I thought for some reason that you own this place now. You'd think, but also, no. I'd rather die. Literally make me a coffin. Using materials and tools from this store and bury me anywhere else. Jeez, that got intense. Ah! Anyway, I'm doing nothing tonight. I can do nothing too. Fine, so are we doing this? Not sure, got a couple other stops to make, or let's hang out. First, we always do this, not sure. Because I want to explore. I want to explore what's happening. Rather than just rushing through the game. There's a lot of fun stuff happening all around the place. In here, for example. Oh, that didn't work out. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to that kid. He's sad. Feed the rats. Feed the rats. Hope I didn't miss anything by going a few days without finding the food. Probably not. Probably plenty of time. Alright, my little miracle rats. Time to eat. Wow, you are hungry. Very hungry. I guess I'm your mom now. I don't know if I'm ready to be a mom. Oh, am I supposed to go down and steal every day for them? And feed them? I suppose we'll find out tomorrow. Right. There we go. No! Damn it. I'm the best at platforming games. Right, let's be a little bit more careful. Hey kid, what you up to? Hey adult, nothing. Sounds good. I was gonna go down to the tracks. Did you want to come? Sorry if that sounds boring. You don't have to go. It's okay. Ah, jeez. Let me answer before you decide I said no. Okay, did you want to go? Ooh. Let's hang out with the kid. Like, we are regressing, so let's hang out with the kid, I suppose. Banana Waffle Monkey says, this just proves that no matter who you are or how experienced you are with video games, hopping will always be the most desirable mode of travel. Yeah, of course it is. Hopping. That's what makes Warframe such a good game. The traveling in Warframe, such a great game. So, does that mean if I say sure here, does that mean I'm not allowed to do anything else today? Like, if I say actually I can't, can I come back and say yes? The game has been vague. Because I kind of want to hang out with this kid a little while. Go down to the terrain tracks. But also I want to, like, if someone wants to go to where the fire was, I would want to go there today, right? Oh man. Decisions. So let's say sure and hope. Oh good, yeah, it'll be fun. Let's rock. Damn it. Should have said no. And assumed that I was able to go back and say yes after. Well, been a while since I've been here. My house is like 3 minutes from here. Got the longest nightlights from last year still up. Someone on my street does that too. We've got pumpkins last year and we left them out too long. And they like liquefied. Gross. Oh yeah, I remember that happened with ours one year. Gross. Oh really, I'm sorry. It's cool. Gross is fine. I've seen like a time-lapse video of when a corpse decays. And like everything liquefies. We're all goo deep down. Yep. Okay, so like a cool thing to do is to squish a metal thing on the tracks. I like that a lot. Cool. I brought a little metal dude. Let's see what happens. Sounds good, kid. I come out here at night sometimes and fall asleep between the tracks. That sounds dangerous. Why? That does sound dangerous. I feel excited and I can... I feel excited and I can sleep. You ever have that? Where you're so excited you go to sleep? I have never had that. Coffee makes me sleepy. I have stress dreams if I'm too keyed up. Alright, stress dreams. I don't remember my dreams. Me neither. Most of them anyways. Sometimes I fall asleep for like 5 minutes, but sometimes it's for like an hour. That's some risky business there. That's some dangerous stuff you're doing right there with the kids. I have weird thoughts. Like sometimes I want to go to sleep in the woods. Or in the basement of an abandoned house during the day. Is that weird? I had similar things. Especially as a kid, right? I rearranged the furniture in my room as a kid very often just to have it feeling like I was sleeping somewhere else. I'm guessing like a Freudian attitude to that would be you want to escape from your life because you don't like your life, which checks out. My childhood was not a super happy one, I suppose. It was alright. But, yeah. I'm thinking that it's probably quite normal to want to... Well, it doesn't have to be fleeing. It could be just exploring, being open to new experiences. Could be go either way, right? Damn Freudian thinking. Oof. And only come out at night. I used to do that at like an early teenager. I stayed awake and then when everybody else was asleep, I just went outside, went for a walk in the silence. It was a feeling of freedom and liking the silence. And be like a monster. And like beautiful. I know the feeling, or those are like really attainable dreams. Yeah, right? Those are like really attainable dreams. Except for the monster part, but... Yeah. Oh, haha. I'm not beautiful. You're fine. No one your age likes how they look. I'm objectively gross? Oof, poor kid. Way less gross than I was. Do you think? Guaranteed. Another train. Two trains. Same time. I'm surprised they're not honking the horns on the kids, trying to get them to get out of there. Okay. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Yay. Your little metal guy is all wow. He represents the human soul. Oh, this is important art. Nice. Well, I gotta get rolling. Okay. Let's roll. See ya. Horror, movies, trains. Lori M. Oh, more talking? Alright, only that. Whee! Anything over here? Nothing. Wait, I was already in here, yeah. Gotta go talk to Greg. Haven't talked to Greg yet. Or these fellas, the smelters. They're fucking weird. Sunny again. Thank goodness. What's got you down? Ah, it's nothing. Hey, go smelters, right? Yeah, go smelters. Oh. Is there something up here? Have I been up here? What's in the news? Quantrock's closing down next month, laying off at least 24 people. What's that? Place out past Brittle assembles tiny computer doodads. Oh, okay, yeah. Someone I knew's mom's worked there. Real small work. Bad on the fingers after a while. I bagged groceries for a while. How's that? You put the cold, heavy stuff on the bottom, and then the veggies and the fruit, and the bread on top. Yeah, that is what you do. Well, looks like you got it all figured out. I mean, don't you figure that out by just going shopping? Do you have to work at it? I mean, that's what I do. And I've not had it as a job, right? I'm pretty sure this jump is... Yep, it's not happening. I mean, the game encourages it, right? This is super slow. This is faster. So we gotta jump. Hopping everywhere. Right, who works in here? Ooh, what's this? Oh, right. So how did that arm get here? Someone just running down the street? Whoops, my arm fell off. I'll just come back for that later. No one can survive their arm just falling off. Or being chopped off. Like, not by a doctor. Is it still called assault if you chop an arm off? Seems like it should be a different word. Arm choppy? You're under arrest for arm choppy. Whoever's arm that was is probably dead. Maybe. Lasma says, have you ever noticed how WineHQ's search requires giving Google access? That is sad. Wait. WineHQ's search? That is sad. I had not noticed. That is kinda sad. Well, what are you gonna do? Probably search from outside of... Can't you search WineHQ through DuckDuckGo or whatever? Like, don't they have searching on specific sites as a thing? And that is what WineHQ is just utilizing. Google's site search. And you can probably just use another... I don't remember if you use DuckDuckGo. Someone did not like DuckDuckGo and used something else. Start page? That was probably Node Runner. Whoever's arm that was is probably dead. Nah, definitely. Unless I see someone walking around who until recently had an arm. Yeah. Colgatino says, I use start page. Oh, there we go. Start page probably has like that mode. Like you put site colon. That's what you do, I think. I don't do it very often. But you probably can do that, right? I suppose. Banana Wolf Monkey says, there seems to be a distinctly stark contrast between warm/bright and cold/dark colors for most of the zones in this game. Yeah, this game has... It is very clearly communicative. Like they're trying to... They do a lot with a little, right? All the art is very simple shapes, right? Even if you look at the leaves, those are the most complicated stuff. But they are also quite simple shapes. Everything is just built up by simple shapes, simple colors. And they're doing a lot of communication that happens through those things. So yeah. Stark contrast between warm and bright and cold and dark colors. I've had that feeling as well, I suppose. Blasphemous says, wasn't Startpage bought by an advertisement company? System 1 owns them. And I'm guessing System 1 is an advertising company. Oh, well, that's an argument to stop using Startpage, I suppose. Well, it's maybe an argument. Donkey? I don't remember being over here. Hey, Jerem. Hey. Wanna hang out? I don't know, I was supposed to hang out with Greg or Bay tonight. Jeez, I'm not asking you to run away and get married. Ooh, I'd sure want to do a hangout with him. Okay, bye. Right, we do get a second choice, right? No. I have to make the decision. That kinda sucks, right? The game? Like I would want to hang out with him. But I would want to talk to Greg first. Yep, nope, I'm screwed. Maybe I can go back and hang out with him tomorrow? Maybe I can just go talk to Greg and then go back and talk to him and say that we can hang out. Hey. Hi. Let's go. Whoa, what's up with you? I want to do something. Okay, wow. Did you drink all the coffee or did you have a near-death experience or something? You drink all the coffee? I can't have coffee. Makes me anxious. Oh wow, that sucks. And it tastes gross. Not if it's mostly milk and sugar. Seems like a lot of hassle to make something gross taste okay. I'm with you, Greg. I'm completely with you, Greg. Good point. So, dude. You want to do something? I mean, you don't do it for the taste, you do it for the caffeine, right? So making it taste good is not about... I can't today, dude. Or, yeah, man, let's go. No, I can't today, dude. Oh, man, it's cool. So it's only these two we can make the decision. Let's try that out. Let's go see if that other dude wants to hang out with us now. Jumping, jumping, and jumping. Triple jumping. Cool Kitino says, I don't care care about that much. They still don't save my info, and that is enough for me. Yeah, suppose that's enough. Like, everything is an improvement compared to Google, I suppose. He's not even here anymore. He left. All right. Well, that would mean people who are 100%ing this game would have to follow a guide, right? 200% it, since you don't know beforehand the consequences of your actions. We could just save scum it, I suppose, but I'm not interested in doing that. But let's... A good place to getting exposed to FOMO and dealing with FOMO, I suppose. Colgate Innotab says you could brute force. Yeah, that's save scumming, right? Go different routes until you have all the achievements. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm just curious about the stories. I want to hear the stories, and we're missing some stories, and that's fine. So, are we doing this? Let's hang out. Hi, Bay. Oh. Hi, May. Hi, Germ. Hey, dude. Germ is helping me move stuff under the table for cash. Well, I'm knocking off early to pick up some groceries. Wanna come? Sure. Ready to go? You got a lot of hammers. Holy shit, there's so many kinds of nails. Alright then. He's like something out of a children's book about whatever the hell he is. Nice. Dinner at base. Nice. Banana Waffle Monkey says, seems like all of May's friends' dialogue text colors match their skin / fur / whatever color, but May's don't. Yeah, pretty much. We have also seen not friends have colors on their text. But yeah. Like, I think her parents don't have specific colors. Plasma says maybe they match her whiskers. I mean, white, we could say that white is May's color, but it's not, because all the strangers, like non-significant people, maybe also have the white color. I don't know. Plasma says that would be fun to make the text black on black bubble. Oh man, that makes me think of Douglas Adams again. The black ship with the black buttons with the black lights. That Rockstar ship in the restaurant at the end of the universe. This place killed the food donkey. Yeah, kinda. Colgate on tab says start page's first 2 to 3 results are ads based on the search word, which DuckDuckGo doesn't have. Wait. I'm pretty sure DuckDuckGo have some ads as well. Not always, but sometimes. But it offers an options to visit pages privately, which I like. I sometimes use DuckDuckGo. Oh, so you can go through start page and have use start page as a proxy? Is that it? Colgate in on tap. Banana Waffle Monkey says, commentary on supercenters killing off small businesses. Colgate in on tap says, yeah, it's a proxy. Yeah, supercenters killing off small businesses. I can't get behind that rhetoric. Supercenters automate more stuff, which in the end means less jobs. The supercenters have their own issues, right? But just a comparison about just the idea of stealing jobs, it sounds so fucked up to me, because jobs are usually boring. People don't like to do jobs, right? Jobs are something that you have to do. So the less jobs, the better, right? I mean, they could argue maybe it's losing personality and whatnot, but fuck personality. Paying someone to have a nice personality? Ugh. That makes me feel all icky. We've talked about that before, like someone working as a greeter. I would have preferred that job did not exist. That's my political view anyway. Blasphemous says Walmart is very shitty to their employees. Yeah, that sucks, and that's a separate question, right? That should be addressed, that Walmart is shitty to their employees, and since they are shitty to their employees, that becomes a question of political regulation, right? Let's not allow Walmart to be this shitty towards their employees. That's a completely different political questions to stealing jobs or making others go out of business. Colgate in on tab says people don't like to travel a long way for shopping. Dying small businesses increases the distance to go shopping for many. Oh right, yeah, it does. It does indeed. That's a distribution question, and distribution questions it becomes also interesting, right? Well, just as Blasphemous says, Amazon is great to their employees, though. Super great, and Amazon is great as well, because it doesn't increase the distance, because Amazon comes to you. We all love Amazon here. They're not evil incarnate at all. Oh, Blasphemous, I think you forgot the /s thing. Blasphemous says, I hope they never form a union. Plus 10,000 points for me. Oh, man. That's usually what happens, right? The bigger a company gets, the more mean stuff it does to not only its employees, just to everybody, right? That's very interesting. Banana Waffle Monkey says there is no war in Ba Sing Se. Man, I love that show. Love that show. If you haven't seen the Avatar: The Last Airbender, I can recommend it. It's great. If you're in the mood for some family shows. Like the first, like it starts out, when it starts out, it seems very childish. But it's like, the whole thing is, one of the themes is about growing up, so it starts out childish. So, if you don't mind that, I do recommend it highly. Colgate InnoTab says that the Twitch social score bot might catch on to the /s. It's better to be safe. Blasphemous says, yeah, that. Alright, so why do you want the Twitch social score then? Why would you want the Twitch social score? Yeah, kinda. Rude. You know, no one who works here had anything to do with that. Yep. True or donkey? Let's say true. Okay. I need to grab a few things quick. Oh, I thought we were gonna hang out. We are hanging out. I'm just here to grab something for dinner. For Dad and me. Don't feel like doing the big shop tonight. Let me pick out what we have. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you coming to dinner? Can I? I guess? Are you asking? I wasn't. But now it feels weird not to. I'll pick out what we eat then. Colgate InnoTab says, wanting Twitch social score increases Twitch social score. Probably, yeah. Right? Blasphemous says, cause in the future it will flow over into real life. From Twitch? I don't see Twitch getting all that. Well, I could see Amazon having that power. Man, I need to rewatch Black Mirror. I haven't watched Black Mirror like the first couple of seasons in a long time. And that was the first season, right, with the social score? Actually, I don't think I'm categorically against social score. I think, like, if it's decentralized, like, I think the issue with the social score in that Black Mirror episode is the thumbs up and the thumbs down. I think social score, if we use social score as a currency to be spent, I don't think that's that bad. Like if it's a like out of 10 or out of 5 value that goes up and down, that I can see a problem with. But just gaining social score, well, then we wouldn't call it a social score. We would call it a social currency. Like what Brave is trying to do, right? That you just get currency from the likes. That, I think, is probably an okay idea. Not as the only currency one could get. Of course, that's not what I'm saying. That would be crazy, right? Holy shit. But as a currency one could get, like a form of currency generation. I like that idea. So, Blasphemous says, cause in the future it will flow over into real life. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Not in our future. I think it's too far-fetched. It would be... like, social changes happen too slowly for that to matter, I think. Colgate InnoTab says that the small local grocery stores are really helpful for people with bad legs. Yeah. Yeah, distribution questions, right? But maybe the future is drones, especially since after last year, right? We're moving away from social interactions with strangers, right? So maybe the Amazon route with the drone deliveries is the future. And then where the grocery store doesn't make a lot of, it doesn't matter super much, right? It would be more distribution, like you would have distribution centers close by, right? For all the things, like it would make sense to have for some, well, that's big fucking organizations again. But you could send from wherever, I don't know. Blasphemous says, Amazon is one of the largest data collectors and sellers in the world. Yeah. I'm not against data collection at all. I'm against it being centralized and privatized. Like, I'm happy with data collection as long as all the data is in the public domain. That is the political change that I would have. Yeah, collect all the data. It's just all the data that you collect, you would have to make publicly available. That is the change that I would want to see, rather than trying to forbid someone from collecting data. That forbidding data collection, data collection is too useful, right? We've talked about that before. Colgatinotab says, Amazon is a ruthless company and makes lives of the proletariat masses a living hell / sarcasm. Oh man. Amazon catching on? I don't think. Yeah. There's probably a lot of living hell going on. It's probably, yeah. Need more regulation of the big companies, I think. Blasphemous says, it would also punish you. It would also punish you for not being homogeneous enough and for having thoughts and ideas that are not what they want you saying. Yeah, that is where a scale would go, right? A centralized scale, that is where it goes. But like a social currency, like you don't have to, like there are many ways to gain currency, and that would be an additional way to gain currency, right? And that is really how it works already, I suppose. The influencers. Banana Waffle Monkey said, Amazon can suck my nut. I mean, not literally, but yeah. Oof. All the big companies. That's actually a very good argument for moving the anarchistic route, the decentralization, to like not having big conglomerates like that. Such powerful institutions. That is an argument to move in that direction because, well, power corrupts, don't it? That is what happens all the time, over and over and over again. The more power you generate, the easier that power gets corrupted. Blasphemous says, it's already happening. Yep. In the future, it will be more noticeable to the average person. Isn't that essentially cancel culture? Says Colgating on tap. I had that interesting idea yesterday. Cancel culture, that people talking about cancel culture usually use the left as an example and saying how cancel culture the left is, but the right has been doing that for ages as well, right? Like a lot of people, like feminists, talking feminists online, they get people saying, oh, I think you should get raped or murdered. That has been happening for a long time, and that's not a leftist saying those things. And that's cancel culture, isn't it? A form of deplatforming. So cancel culture is throughout the like the extremists. Blasphemous says, yes, it is scary how some people have already accepted it and would welcome it. I don't know, scary. I mean, people have different ideas. Colgate InnoTab says, in mathematics, in the framework of the One Universe Foundation for Category Theory, the term conglomerate is applied to arbitrary sets as a composition to the distinguished sets that are elements of a Grothendieck universe. Banana Waffle Monkey says, points up and says, too long didn't read, we live in a society. We do live in a society. I don't know. I don't get as scared by it. I don't find it as scary. I don't find cancel culture very scary either, actually. I don't get scared by it. I don't embrace it. I don't welcome it. But there are worse things to care about. There are worse things happening. Yeah. I think there are more urgent matters to attend to, like politically speaking. Well, actually, I'm arguing a lot for decentralization, don't I? Decentralization of power. Decentralization of power is probably a possible anecdote to cancel culture as well, right? Because cancel culture only works because centralized groups. Like, you can cancel someone from Twitter, but if Twitter was not a thing, then canceling wouldn't work, right? Right? Or am I... That's just a vague idea that popped into my head right now. Colgate InnoTab says, I found it really annoying when people do that. Leftists are doing that, leftists think that. Yeah, some leftists do. I am leftist, says Colgate InnoTab, and me too. I would someone who would categorize me would probably categorize me as a leftist. Colgate InnoTab says, I don't like cancel culture. Leftists, right-wingers, or whatever you have are not hive mind. Yeah. People belonging to those groups have different opinions, right? That's categorizations. We all do that, Colgate InnoTab. It is annoying when people categorize you in a way that you don't agree with. But we all categorize people. We categorize everything. That's what we do as people. We categorize. And, I mean, that's leftists aren't doing that. Same thing, rightists aren't doing that either. Cancel culturists are doing that in different ways. And I'm pretty sure that even though it's very prevalent with cancel culture, I'm pretty sure the actual actors is the vocal minority. That's why I'm not afraid of cancel culture, because it's just a vocal minority that likes to be, well, they are getting triggered and angry and are being super mean to people. Right? That's what they're doing. That's cancel culture. They group up and they bully an individual. That's what they do. But I'm pretty sure that it is a minority. Most people don't engage in that activity. So personally, of course, I'm afraid of bullies in my personal life. I don't like bullies and I'm afraid of them, of course. But from a political standpoint, I don't see cancel culture as a big urgent issue, if that makes sense. Blasphemous says they just cancel that person from that specific instance of the network. Blasphemous also says a small percentage as responsible for the thoughts of the majority. A small percentage are responsible for the thoughts of the majority. I think I understand what you're saying, and I concede the point, but as you said it, I can't agree with the statement. Everybody is responsible for their own, like, I can see, like, we are all convinced by other people, right? If you talk to someone and they convince you that the way that you're thinking is, maybe you make some mistakes or whatever, then they influence you and one could make an argument that they are somewhat responsible for the way you think. I suppose that's like the idea, like, I like to bash on the religious people, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna do that again here because it's an easy example for me. The idea of Santa Claus is not an original idea. None of the people alive today came up with the idea of what Santa Claus is and who Santa Claus is. So, whoever is responsible were the people that came up with or developed the idea of who Santa Claus is. And those would be considered responsible of those ideas. But that, I mean, I could get behind that, but that also doesn't, the pragmatist in me say, well, yeah, sure. So what? Some people that died hundreds of years ago are responsible for those ideas. And I'm like, sure? That doesn't really seem relevant to me. That a small percentage, or the percentage that actually has the ideas and generates the ideas. Right, me getting convinced by an idea is more relevant to me, if that makes sense, Blasphemous. He says propaganda is an extremely powerful tool. Yeah, rhetoric, super powerful, and that's. Again, that's why I argue a lot for decentralized power and decentralized ethics as well, right? Rather than having propaganda, teach everybody how propaganda works so everybody can use the tool. Make propaganda teach rhetoric properly in school. Teach these things, right? Because the more, it loses its effectiveness, like what I call ugly rhetorics, where it's cheap. Like when you're straw manning, for example, in the propaganda, if everybody is trained in recognizing a straw man, then the straw man becomes less effective. Banana Waffle Monkey says, in quotes, "Let's gaslight our kids for a few years for fun." Never made sense to me. Yeah, exactly. That doesn't, well, it probably made sense to me sometime in the past. It does not now, though. It does not make sense to me now. But also, that comes from ignorance, right? Don't attribute malice to something that could easily be explained by ignorance. I'm pretty sure that most gaslighting that does happen comes from a place of ignorance rather from malicious intent, right? Blasphemous says, but then how would they be good little consumers? That's not what the parents want, right? Oh, and then we're back to the intent versus consequence thing. And it's not actually being a versus thing. It's like one ethical question to make is, did you try to understand the consequences of your actions? Yeah. Oh, hello, Marco Kalangina. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you before. Very nice. How are you doing today? He says, someone give me a sub for your channel. I don't think you can sub to my channel. Macrolagna says, but I don't know who you are. Aha. Colgate in on tap says, that depends from the parents. All right. Yes. All right. Yeah, you got a point, Colgate in on tap. Some parents believe that a good little consumer is what it means to be a good contributing member of society. That's the attitude they have, the parents, right? And that's fine. That's their opinion. But they still aren't like gaslighting then, because they really believe what they are teaching, right? And that's the ethical thing I would want to add, right? Trying to understand the consequences of your actions. Like, one perspective, right, is that you are gaslighting your kids. I have no studies of this, but it has to be that way about Santa Claus, right? When kids learn about Santa Claus, that has to erode trust to your parents. That has to be a consequence, right? For the children, even if it happens subconsciously, it's like a step away from your parents, which actually might be a good idea. Gaslighting your kids, teaching them that the world is a horrible place and there are liars everywhere. Or does it teach them, oh, we should gaslight people and we should lie to everybody else? I don't know. Lying to teach kids that the world is filled with liars seems super counterintuitive. That just seems rude. I remember talking to a friend about that. He said that, well, we need serial killers to teach us about serial killers. And I'm like, that's not a valid argument, right? We need lying to our kids because our kids will be lied to. That doesn't work out to me. Yeah, that does not work out for me. Colgate on Tab says, some parents are indoctrinated deeply into becoming good little consumers themselves, so they pass it on. Exactly. Right? Most parents believe that, oh, Santa Claus is just a fun idea to teach the children and give them presents. It's just for fun. Colgate on Tap says it's not for fun then. No. But if they are indoctrinated, like, parents know that they're lying about Santa Claus, right? They don't know about what they consider good little consumers and what you consider good little consumers. That's not gaslighting. That's just them passing on their value judgments about this world, right? And there are no objectively wrong or right morals, right? They're just passing on their morals to their children, just like our parents try to do to us. And their parents try to do to them, passing on their morals. That's what we do as parents. Well, I say we, I'm not a parent. And I never intend to. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I don't believe in modeling behaviors I don't want people to replicate. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Banana Waffle Monkey. Kids don't do what you say. Kids do what you do. Very good point, Banana Waffle Monkey. Plasma says, lying makes the world go round. Nah, man. The world is spinning. I don't know. Lying. Oh, well. That's one interesting perspective, actually. Like yeah. Lying makes the world go round. Society would fall apart rather quickly if people stopped lying. I mean, that's a very black and white attitude, right? Lying is just words. Actions make the world go round. You have to agree with that, Blasphemous. Lying is just words people say to make other people do certain actions. But it is those actions that make the world go round, not the lies themselves. The lies are just words. Words can't do anything by themselves. Right? It's just actions. So I'm not sure. I probably don't agree with that. If everybody stopped lying, if we put an anti-magic spell on, anti-lying spell on this world, so no one was allowed to lie anymore. Like if that just happened today, I think a lot of people would still go on their daily routine for a while. A lot of stuff would change, and there would be a lot of wobbling, and there would be a lot of violence. But I don't know about society falling apart. People wouldn't stop growing food. People wouldn't still, like... Doctors would still be doctors. Medical professionals would still do medical professional stuff, right? So I don't think it would be that black and white. I would think that a lot of violence would happen, and that would suck. Banana Waffle Monkey says, it does it though, to Blasphemous. Yeah, I don't think so, not at all. Blasphemous says, imagine if politicians stopped lying, Kappa. I wonder about that. How many politicians are actually, like, straight out explicitly lying, or are just ignorant of what they're actually saying? Like, the wizard's first rule, people are kinda dumb, and they say weird shit. Maybe. Colgate Unotap says, implication with false conditions is true. Implication with false condition. I don't understand what you mean by that, Colgate Unotap. Banana Waffle Monkey says, imagine if people couldn't lie to themselves, though. Oh man, I can't imagine that. That seems so fucking weird. That would mean no subconscious, right, Banana Waffle Monkey? And I can't imagine how no subconscious works. And what is a lie then? We need to define what a lie is, because all perception could be considered lies, right? That's the whole point of skepticism, right? We don't know anything. So lying to yourself is perceiving reality not as is, could be considered a lie. So that I can't imagine that, because I would have to embrace skepticism and say we cannot never know the outer world outside of our own perception. But maybe that's not what you meant. I don't see that. Yeah, lie to themselves. Because lying to yourself is not something that happens in the conscious mind. Banana Waffle Monkey continues, I wonder how psychiatry or therapy would go. Yeah, a lot of therapy, right? Psychiatry, a lot of it is about making the subconscious conscious, right? Lifting up to the surface and looking at it. Banana Waffle Monkey says lying isn't just something we do to other people. Yeah, sure. Of course. I don't know if I would go as far to call it lying, though. We misunderstand ourselves. We're not very good at introspection and understanding how we ourselves work. If we were, then psychology would not be... like, if we had a perfect understanding of how we ourselves worked, then psychology wouldn't be an area of science, right? Blasphemous says, imagine the therapist telling them to shut up because they are tired of hearing it, Kappa. Well, that's telling someone to shut up is not a lie or a truth. Right? Oh, I'm tired of hearing it, the therapist would say. And then they would have to reschedule, right? That would be good for the whoever is with the therapist. If the therapist felt that way in that session, then the session should be rescheduled, right? So that would be a good thing, I think, Blasphemous. Blasphemous says pretending to care would be a lie. Yeah, I agree with that. And a therapist pretending to care is probably, that's not what a good therapist would do from my perspective. A therapist is there to help you, view your subconscious, right? Well, we have different therapists, but them caring, I would actually even them caring is not relevant to their job. I would probably argue if they care too much, that would lead to them doing their job worse. So pretending to care is even... that would be pointless for a therapist. As far as I understand, anyway. Let's see, Colgate InnoTab says, is a politician's example of the difference between someone lying and someone being lied to? Right, it could be, right? The politician that is not aware of stating an untruth or something that I would judge as untrue, that doesn't make him a liar because I see what he says as an untruth. But if they don't believe what they are saying, then they are liars, right? So not all politicians are liars. Just like all leftists are not cancel culturists. If that makes sense, Colgate InnoTab. Continues, I think that would also... I think that would also be that one is being lied to by oneself, but they don't lie to themselves. And yeah, exactly. They are being lied to by themselves. Exactly, because it happens to the subconscious. They are not lying to themselves. They are being lied to by themselves. Yeah, I would get behind that, Colgate InnoTab. You're not actively lying to yourself. Well, I don't have a conscious memory of doing that anyway. I don't think, and I would assume neither of you do as well, right? Like explicitly telling yourself a lie. Like you know something is not the truth, but you tell yourself, I mean, you try to convince yourself that no, it can't be real. I reject this, but that's an emotional reaction. That's not you lying to yourself. That's maybe. What's that called? Repression? And you are not in control of that repression. That happens to you, I suppose. Blasphemous says you can live a lie. Yeah, but then you're not lying to yourself. You're lying to everybody else if you live a lie, right? Ooh, maybe fake it till you make it. Is that lying to yourself? Like faking something like that? Living a lie? But no, that comes from ignorance as well, right? Colgate InnoTab, what does it mean? Like, for example, today, if you live in one of those countries where homosexuality is illegal, then you will live your whole life pretending not to be a homosexual. That is living a lie. So, and then you can, since you're faking being a heterosexual, then you can lie to yourself by thinking that you can just live as a heterosexual and then you will become a heterosexual. But I would say that comes from ignorance and not understanding how your mind works, rather than it being you lying to yourself. You are not aware. If you actually believe that you can fake it till you make it, then you do believe it, and then you're not lying to yourself. Then you don't understand yourself. It comes from ignorance, not from a lying perspective, if that makes sense. Blasphemous says, that is just another example of how society is holding itself together with lies. Imagine if the people that pretended to like each other stopped. I want to make a distinction there, Blasphemous. Me being polite to someone that I don't like, not telling them straight out, I don't like you. Right? I don't have to pretend that I like you or don't like you. I can be polite to all people, whether I like them or not, and I would not consider that lying. I would not at all consider that lying. Me being polite to strangers and acquaintances is not lying. It's just being polite. I'm not pretending to like anyone, right? I can actually say to someone, have a nice day, even though I don't like them. Like, even if I like them, I genuinely feel like I want them to have a nice day. I can wish them a nice day, even though I don't like them. Just because I don't like someone doesn't mean I want them harm. So I wouldn't say that's lying. If we suddenly were not allowed to be polite anymore and had to say everything that popped in our head, like every thought that came out of our heads, if we had to verbalize them, then yeah, maybe there is a problem. Like me having the thought, I don't like you, and that being immediately available to that other person, I can see that being some problems. But that is politeness, not lying. Blasphemous says, in your specific situation... Oh wait, no, let's read the chat in order here. Let's see. Banana Waffle Monkey says, is it ignorance in that case, or is it self-preservation? I don't know. I don't know what the subconscious do. I mean, it is self-preservation. Well, like, self-preservation is the pretending part, right? Pretending to be a heterosexual. The ignorance part is the fake it till you make it attitude, that they believe that they can become a heterosexual. That is the ignorance, right? The play acting, the pretending, like, we're talking about lying to yourself. You're not lying to yourself, you're lying to everybody else. What would be the lie to yourself would be that, oh, I can become a heterosexual. But that's not a lie, that's ignorance. If you believe that, that's you don't understand that you can't. Right? Does that make sense, Banana Waffle Monkey? The distinction between those two? He says, although I suppose the two aren't mutually exclusive. Yeah, right. There are two different things. They are not mutually exclusive. There are two different things that you can happen, right? Like lying to others, lying to yourself. And that's the point that Colgate In on Tap, right? I think that you can't really lie to yourself in consciousness, in subconsciousness. Then you are being lied to by your subconscious, rather than like your conscious, what you are aware of. You're a passive. It happens to you. You don't do it. There we go. You're the subject, not the object. Colgate In on Tap says, why heterosexual? There are other alternatives to homosexuality. Asexuality seems like the lesser leap. Oh, I was just thinking, like, in these It was just an example, Colgate on Tap. It doesn't matter. And I have this prejudice against these countries where homosexuality is illegal. I have this prejudice that they won't know what asexuality is. And that's my prejudice. So I made that binary idea, like heterosexuality, homosexuality. Like you're sticking out from the norm, and the norm is heterosexuality. And what you are is illegal, so you conform to the norm. That is why I chose that example. But both examples would work just as fine. Blasphemous said, in your specific situation, maybe. Wait, did you mean that it's polite rather than not lying? Was that what you meant, Blasphemous, with my specific situation? Because I would say, like, pretending you care, that is a lie, right? Oh, I care about where you bought your sweatshirt. Or just saying, oh, that's a nice sweatshirt. Or a nice t-shirt or whatever. Those things are lies, right? But you can be polite to people without saying that at all. Right? I would say it's kind of rude if a person forces you to answer that question. Right? What do you think about my t-shirt? Whatever. Or if you say something non-committal, like, it's okay, I guess. That's non-committal, right? It's a lie, I suppose. I suppose the thing would be to say, oh, I don't want to, just not answering the question would be the polite thing to do and not lie. But you could do that. Just not answer the question and change the subject if you think it's ugly. So I think you can, in most situations, be polite. And those type of niceties is not lying. Banana Waffle Monkey says, maybe Mace had too many beta blockers. I actually don't know what beta blockers are. But May has no filter. Maybe? I don't know. Blasphemous says, a lie is a lie. Yeah, that's someone claiming an untruth. And if I claim that I like the aesthetics of your t-shirt, but I don't like it, that's a lie. But not answering the question is not a lie. Like if you ask me, what do you think? Do you like my t-shirt? And if I don't like your t-shirt and I just refuse to answer, that is not a lie. Colgate Inotap says, I've never heard about asexuality being illegal. Where is it illegal? I didn't say that, Colgate Inotap. The example, Colgate Inotap, was that we were talking about people being able to lie to themselves. A homosexual can, if they want to lie to everybody else, they could lie to themselves. Maybe I can become asexual. Maybe you can become asexual by chemical castrations and stuff like that. I don't know how it actually works, right? But it's still not the person saying that to themselves. Like, if they have that knowledge or not, right? We were talking about people lying to themselves. We were not talking about different types of sexuality. Different types of sexuality was just examples. It doesn't have to be sexuality. It can be you grown up in a socialist family where all your family is socialist, and you figure out that, oh man, I don't like these politics. Then you lie to everyone around you and pretend to be a socialist. Even though you agree with it, you're lying to everybody else, you're not lying to yourself. Lying to yourself would be, oh, maybe I can become a socialist by pretending to be a socialist. And that's not lying to yourself, that's ignorance, right? Either that statement is true, you can become a socialist by pretending, and if that is true, then you were correct. And if it's false, then it was incorrect, but you don't know, right? You are not lying to yourself if you believe that. If that makes sense. But I can't imagine that asexuality being illegal anywhere. I can't imagine that. Banana Waffle Monkey says, wait, you finished To the Moon, right? I think I missed those sessions. Yeah, finished it. It was all right. I had an all right time in it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. It wasn't great. Well, I had a good time. I had a really good time. We talked about a lot of interesting stuff, as we always do. So, but that's more about you guys saying interesting and having interesting discussions with me rather than the story itself. Blasphemous says, avoiding answering is avoiding lying. Yep. Or avoiding telling the truth. Yep. I agree with that. But avoiding lying is not the same as lying. I could argue that being trying to be polite. Maybe it's not polite. That's up to you to decide what you feel. If you think that's polite to avoid answering or not, that's up to you, right? I could find in some situations, I would say it's impolite not to tell the truth. And in other situations, I would say it's impolite to tell the truth. But that I can find that in many, it depends on the situation. Maybe that's what you said in your specific situation, maybe. That we can find some situations where I would make a value judgment that this is rude, this is polite. But that's no objectivity there. Colgate on Tap says, I didn't say you said it, I was just curious about where asexuality is illegal, right? I have no idea. Probably nowhere. Maybe somewhere? I don't know. I'm ignorant about many different parts of the world and what their laws are like. I don't know. Blasphemous says, the world could also go silent. Oh, man. The world could go silent. Yeah, right? Oh, if you can't lie? But then people could imply, right? If everybody knows that no one can lie and they ask you a question and you don't answer, then they know that your answer is one that you don't want to say aloud. So it would be equivalent of reading people's minds, I suppose. Well, you don't have to go silent. You can avoid it in other tricky ways. Some people have charisma and are good at changing the subject from one discussion to another topic, right? Some people are good at it and some people are bad at it. And the people who are good at it would probably rise to a higher status in this imaginary world where lying is not possible. Like the changes that would happen to society. Like our society, for example, just like a tangent here. Our society is built like the narcissistic people rise to the top, for example. So the charismatic and people good at avoidance behavior would probably rise to the top. Being good at not being honest, but still not lying. Banana Waffle Monkey says, it's not illegal. It is just a sort of inherent discouraged by Abrahamic religions. Oh? Asexuality is discouraged? That's interesting. They're telling teenagers to not have sex, right? So I would assume And like the monks take a vow of celibacy, right? Being celibate. So I would think that in those religions, asexuality was celebrated rather than discouraged. Banana Waffle Monkey continued, one of the first sorts of maxims of the Abrahamic religions is to be fruitful and multiply. Oh, right, yes, of course. Of course they do. Wait. Lasma says, to avoid having to lie or to tell the truth. Wait, didn't you say that exact same thing? Avoiding answering is avoiding lying or telling the truth. To avoid having to lie or avoid telling the truth, yeah? I mean, and I see that as fine. Right? That's one possible liberty to have, right? My thoughts are my own. I can avoid telling you the truth about a thing. And if you insist on making me say something that I don't want to say, then I would say that in the etiquette, my value judgment on that is that if someone forces someone else to be truthful in a matter, they would be the rude party, not the person. Actually, I would even say the person lying that's being forced, like painted into a corner, pushed into a corner, and then them lying to get out of the corner. I would say that is just fine, because what goes on in here, it's mine. You can't have it. It is mine. I am the arbiter of what you can have or can't have, and that is politically the way I want the world to work. Yeah. Because those big groups, the religious groups and the not the religious, the ideology. Actually, that was ugly of me. Not the religious groups, the idealistics groups that paints up an ideal of how a person is supposed to be. If I'm not like that, which I'm not, or most of the common ways to be, right? I mean, you've made a joke of it, me getting all the minus points from the Twitch social score, right? I'm not like what this society wants me to be. So what I decide to share and not to share, I should be the arbiter. Yes, indeed, I should. Colgate in on tab says, some asexuals probably are fruitful and multiply. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that as an asexual, I suppose. One can want to have a child. Oh, even if they don't find the joy in sex and self. Good point, Colgate in on tap. Indeed. Blasphemous says, if you are not multiplying, you are not making new people for them to indoctrinate in the future. Yeah. That's part of the maxim, right? To be fruitful and multiply. It's multiply is not only making more babies, but converting people is also multiply. Because we want to take over the world for some reason. People want. That's very common, right? Groups of people wanting to take over the world. Is that because power corrupts? Is that the reason? Why when groups become big enough? Just like companies. When companies get big enough, we say they start being mean. Is it because when they grow and the bigger they become, does it happen inherently with that bigger group that it wants to continue growing? That's a good question. I have no idea. groups. I mean, is that part of tribalism, right? That we want to make our group stronger and stronger and stronger. Nietzsche would say so. We're back to will to power. Nietzsche would say will to power, and will to power would be infected into the group. Well, not infected, but it would spread to the group. So the group itself would have will to power. And how do you get more power? You grow. And that's where imperialism comes from. Banana Waffle Monkey says, blame/responsibility dissociates more and more the larger the group is. Oh, right. Blame and responsibility. You can't point to a person and say, yeah. It becomes an abstract entity. The group becomes an abstract entity, and the individualization. Oh, fuck, I can't say that word. The individual makes less and less. The individual matters less and less the bigger the group is. So the group takes on its own ideas, what it wants. Blasphemous says, if you started evil, people probably wouldn't get... Wait. If you started evil, people probably wouldn't get behind you to begin with. I don't get behind that there is such a thing as an evil person. I don't get behind that categorization at all. But I think I missed the context. If you started doing what? Started... Blasphemous also says maybe some people that are into evil. I mean, I find the idea of evil interesting, and I like watching TV when there are evil people on TV, right? But in the real world, the one that we live in, evil is not really a real thing. No objective morality, right? No objective ethics. There is no good, there is no evil. As far as I understand. But, like, I'm way behind on lunch. I was gonna have lunch an hour ago. Like, I think this is the longest I've gone over 1 o'clock. I've never done that before. So I think, yeah. I think we'll end here and continue tomorrow if you're interested. Or another day. I'm here every day, 8 to 12, 8 to 13, I don't know. And ready to talk about anything. It's been fun as usual, even though I was extra emotional, especially in the start. Was I rude today? If you felt that you were being rude too, I want to apologize for that. Felt I was tethering that line of rudeness a couple of times. But I don't know. Banana Waffle Monkey says, 2020 bye guys. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out and see you next time. Cheers.